You're listening to the DolphinsTalk.com podcast network.
You're listening to the DolphinsTalk.com podcast, the most listened to daily Miami Dolphins podcast on the internet. Come on, Dolphins fans. Time to fins up.
All right, Miami! Miami's got the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl. 'Cause we're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins number one. Miami Dolphins.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special episode of Dolphins Talk. I'm your host, Marisa Marino, and today we have another very special guest joining us. We have Mr. Storm Duck. He is a newly signed, undrafted free agent joining the Miami Dolphins, cornerback from Louisville, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Awesome. Got it right. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for taking the time to come on and speak with us. I always love showing that intro to people who have never seen it. Does that get you in the so excited and pumped to be coming to Miami?
Oh no, always. It's like a reminder that football season's coming up, and I mean with the band in the background, just imagine the fans being there, and just it's another Sunday now. So I'm really excited.
Awesome. Well, tell us a little bit about your process. I mean, I know it's probably been a really crazy whirlwind. You did go to the combine, I saw, correct?
Oh no, I just had pro day.
Oh, you had pro day. Okay.
Yeah.
So you had pro day. So then you had that. We had the draft, and then you got the signing from the Dolphins. I mean, what has life been like for you?
Yeah, I say right when January hit, it was straight training. I had to go play in the Hula Bowl. And after going there, that's when and coming back in training, it was just straightforward, just working out every day and really just being patient. I feel like that's something, I've been working on really a lot as far as reading books and just passing time. And with the reading, it's helped me out a lot. And throughout this whole process, just staying prayed up. I pray every day and thank God that I'm in this position now. Then, going through the, after pro day, talking to coaches, the draft process, and ultimately being here, I'm just thankful and excited at the same time.
Well, we are so excited to have you. On behalf of all of Dolphin fans and Fins Nation, welcome officially to the 305. I know we are so stoked to have you. Before we get down any further, I have to ask the name. Everybody is obsessed with your name. Dolphin fans do they just love it? They're posting emojis. They're like, Storm Duck, what a killer name. Tell us how did you get your name, Storm Duck?
Yeah, so my mom had she watched The Bold and the Beautiful.
Okay.
It was a soap opera that used to come on, and I'm not sure if it still does come on.
Probably. They all last for like 30 years.
Oh yeah, it got to still be on then. But I guess a character on there was named Storm Johnson, and that's how she got that's how she got Storm. And Duck, my dad had Duck as the last name, so it's just 1 and 2.
I love it. I love it. It is such like a football name. It's super cool. So thanks for sharing that with us. So Miami Dolphins, I'm sure that you have had quite a bit of phone calls when the draft passed and it was time to sign undrafted free agents. What made you pick Miami? What said this is where I want to call home?
Yeah, I'd say really just prayer throughout that whole time after the draft. Obviously, talking to different teams and finding the the best opportunity. So I feel like that all played a role into it, and just making the best decision. But I'm happy that it worked out this way and I get an opportunity to play for the Dolphins, and I'm looking forward to it.
That's awesome. I know that it's a great group of guys out there. And as far as in your position too that you play, I mean, I would have to think that there's definitely room for opportunity here with the Dolphins as well. I know that as far as the defense is concerned, that's something that we really have a lot of gaps for. Did that kind of influence your decision at all as well?
Yeah, definitely. Really just going through, I guess at that point of the process, just knowing where you think you would fit in best at.
Mm.
And obviously I felt like, Miami was the place to be, and just taking it day by day, and looking forward, to an opportunity.
Awesome. Well, that's so great. So let's kind of talk about what got you here. So I'm assuming you played ball. I mean, when did you start playing ball? How old were you?
I was probably, I say 6, 7 years old.
Okay. So as soon as you were like really up and walking, you were starting to play ball.
Just about, just about.
That's awesome. And so you played through high school. Did you play any other sports in high school or just football?
Yeah, I played basketball and I ran track as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we know that track definitely comes in handy. We know that Mike McDaniel loves his speed of players on his team, that's for sure. How do you feel like basketball? Did it help at all, transfer over? Did any of the skills transfer over to football for you?
I feel like it did. As far as say for the cornerback position in
Mhm.
basketball, you have to stay, in front of your defender. As far as laterally, so I
Mhm.
feel like my lateral movement um, came a lot from basketball, just going, side to side, left to right, and yeah, I'd say lateral movement for sure.
Awesome. What position were you?
I played point guard.
Okay, great, great. Do you have a team, a team that you follow?
I don't really have a team
Okay.
that I follow. I guess on here I should probably say the Heat, but
Yeah, I mean, heat culture.
yeah, but I'm more of a I like players,
Okay.
so just watching good players play and
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
doing that. That's how I am.
Totally get that. So speaking of players, I mean, in your role as cornerback, is there a player that you model your game after or that you really look up to that either is currently in the NFL or used to play in the NFL?
Yeah, I definitely say Darrell Revis.
Hmm.
That's
Revis Island.
yeah, like I like watching his he has a practice clip on YouTube that is when he was with the Jets,
Mm.
and just watching that, and watching his technique, and the guys he went up against, just watching those one-on-ones, and I mean it's pretty cool to watch, seeing a guy do that. So I definitely say Darrell Revis.
Awesome. Yeah, I remember we as a Dolphin fan weren't crazy going up against him. But he was a heck of a player. So going into, South Florida, I know we talked you're going down there next week with all the guys. Is there any players that you feel when you looked at the cornerback room or just that defense in general? I know we've got quite a few vets on the team. Any players that you're really excited to like kind of get under their wing and really like learn from and like look at and practice?
Yeah, definitely. On the defensive side, I say Jalen Ramsey and Von Holland. Like those
Mm,
two guys are definitely, from watching football these past few years, and even in college, like watching those guys, it's just having the opportunity to learn from someone like that, people like that, is it's a blessing.
mm.
And any little ounce of information I can get, like I'm gonna try to get that information and apply it. So I mean, it's worked for them. So and they're having great careers.
Yeah. And, I've noticed you see a lot posted on social media. A lot of those guys are really taking the rookies under their wing. We've seen, and I've talked about it in other interviews, but we've seen, Jordan Poyer has been working out a lot with Nick Needham. And then, now we see, Chop Robinson, who's been hanging out with, he's going to be hanging out with Bradley Chubb, and then so Patrick Paul with Tron Armstead. So there's just so much of that on the team, which I think is awesome for these new players to come in. And that's got to be exciting for you guys as well.
Oh, definitely, yes, ma'am.
Awesome. So, as I'm sure you've heard yesterday, the news was ablaze with saying that OBJ is joining the Dolphins. Um, I mean, the Dolphins are really building a team. I mean, I feel like we had a team before, but Grier has made so many moves this offseason. What are your thoughts about OBJ joining? Are you excited about that?
Yeah, and I mean, definitely, I feel like it's rare to be around that many great players, from offense to defense, like especially the receiving core.
Right.
Definitely the most, I feel like the most talented, one of the most talented like in the league. Especially number one in speed for sure. So having him there and seeing all that he's done, and even getting tips from the offensive players, him for example, or anybody on the offensive side of the ball is things I'm gonna take in, and then obviously getting the opportunity to go against those guys and get better is something I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And so it's super awesome about the team, and I'm excited about that for you. So during this whole process, it's been pretty crazy. Is there anybody in your life that is just really helps you stay grounded during this whole process and keeps your mind just focused on the grind and what's coming up next?
Yeah, I'd say my parents.
Mm,
They've instilled for me, like in me, pretty much since I was born, just to just stay patient. And they've been with me every step of this process, along with my sister. Those obviously it's more people,
hmm
but if I could speak on them specifically, I definitely say them just keeping me grounded, and staying prayed up. Like if anything, I just gotta pray, and God works His way. So
Well, that is great. I love to hear that. So, are your parents, are they going to be joining you down in South Florida, or are you riding solo down there next week?
I'm riding solo down there, but hopefully some point during the summer, I get to see him.
Okay, perfect. So, speaking of heading down there, as we all know, Florida is hot, and we definitely use it as an advantage for our teams coming in. But are you prepared for that Florida heat? And if not, are you doing anything to get yourself ready for it?
Yeah, no, I'm feeling pretty prepared for it. I mean, I was up here. Obviously, it was the winter in January. I was
hmm
training at XPE, so just being outside, and came here last summer to work out too. So just being outside in this weather, just getting adapted to it, because there is a difference from obviously I'm from South Carolina, that weather to Florida. Like it's a difference for sure. So no, but I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Good. Yeah, I saw that, you actually played for UNC Chapel Hill, correct?
Yes.
So I'm actually from North Carolina, and I'm moving back there in October to Charlotte. But when I saw that and I was running some info on you, I was like, "Hey, there you go. Like NC boy, I love that."
Yeah, no,
North
North
Carolina
Carolina,
is great.
it's a great state.
How did you like playing there?
I know I loved it. I mean, I was there for all 4 years and graduated. So I mean, I can say that's my second home. But I had a great experience there. From the coaches, the relationships I have now, and obviously just one day being able to go back there and just walk around campus and reminisce a little bit. But I mean, I love my experience there.
That's awesome. Yeah, it has to be surreal when you look back at kind of where you started and where you're at now in this next chapter that's coming up. It's got to be one of those moments where, like, pinch me. Is this real? Is this really happening?
Yeah, it is kind of crazy to think about. Obviously, I'm more of a obviously when good things come,
Mhm.
like just soak everything in,
Yeah.
and not think too far ahead and just focus on the day. Because I feel like if you don't focus on the day, it's not going to be a great day. So you just got to focus on what you got to do that day, and when good things happen, celebrate, and just feel good for yourself, and just know that it wasn't possible without God, or the
Mm.
support that you have. So
That's awesome. Sounds like you're really grounded and you're ready for this next step and this next chapter coming up in your life. So, with going down to Miami, as we all know, people love Miami. We saw some of the guys all went out to Carbone on the beach last night, and Tyreek Hill and Jaylen Waddle and all of them were having some fun. Obviously, play first, fun later. But what are you looking forward to about being down in Miami? Is there anything that Miami has to offer that you're really excited about?
yeah, I say one thing that I've noticed, that I really didn't notice in North Carolina or Louisville, was like the art here.
Mm,
I like modern art, and I
okay.
actually went down to Las Olas, and it's in Fort Lauderdale,
Hmm.
but I'm sure Miami has a lot of like art boutiques or just art galleries that people can go visit. So I'd say definitely the art and seeing that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I grew up in Coral Springs. I lived down there for a long time, and
Mm.
there's definitely a lot of art and a lot of culture and some really good food that I'm sure you're going to be thoroughly enjoying. So that's amazing. One other thing I kind of wanted to touch on, and I've touched on it with some other players, but I think it's so cool. One guy that I love to listen to is Pat McAfee. I love his show. And recently, when OBJ signing came on yesterday, he said on his show that, and he said it's just a plethora of weapons for Mike McDaniel to use that massive brain of his. I mean, I think right now we're thinking Super Bowl or bust. And as a Dolphin fan, when someone says that, that's exciting. I mean, it's been so long for the Dolphin Nation since we've had a playoff win, a Super Bowl. So coming into this, knowing the team that they're building and knowing that people are talking about Super Bowl or bust, what are you thinking when you hear stuff like that?
No, it's definitely exciting. Hearing that, I think it comes down to what you do every day.
Mhm.
Obviously, guys at this level are very disciplined and try to get things done the right way. So I have no doubt that everybody will come in and and do that. So just being around a organization and players that have the capability of making it to a Super Bowl is very very exciting and a dream. So
Mhm.
I have no doubt that you said Pat McAfee, Pat
Mhm.
McAfee, right? Yeah, that he
Yeah.
was he was making a true statement. So
Yeah. Yeah. Gotta love it. Well, awesome. I think it's exciting for everyone. So what is the next? Do you have any idea? I mean, what do the next days, weeks look like for you?
yeah, I say the mini camp we have to report on the 9th,
Okay.
and then throughout the month there's OTAs and things like that. So just it's still getting some of the schedule in. I haven't got everything for the summer, but I know those times, so just looking forward to it.
Awesome. How do you feel you will look at like in aqua and orange?
I think it'll look good. I think it'll look good, God willing.
That's awesome. Well, everyone and Dolphins Nation is so excited for you. We are all fully behind you and fully support you in your journey moving forward. And we wish you absolutely the best of luck. Is there anything that you would like to say to the fans that are watching or to Dolphins Nation as you get ready to start your journey?
If I could say one thing, I'd say just be ready for a lot of wins. A lot of wins. That's the main thing. Is being it's a team game, and the number one thing that all teams want to do is win. So
I think we'll take that. I think we're good with that. Now, for anybody who's listening in podcast form, how can people find you on social media and kind of keep up with you during your journey?
yeah, so my Instagram is Storm Duck. My Twitter is Storm_Duck, and I have a TikTok too, but I haven't posted on there in a long time. But that is Storm Duck One.
Awesome. Okay. Well, we'll make sure to have the fans follow along with you. If you haven't figured it out yet, Dolphins Twitter, they are a force to be reckoned with. And when they have a player, they fully are there behind you 100%. So you're going to find not only on the field with the players, but also the fan base as well. It is such a huge community, and you're going to be fully embraced by everybody. So I'm excited about that for you.
Definitely.
Um, well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. Again, congratulations. Welcome to the 305. I wish you the best of luck, and I hope to see you next season on the field, and I'll be rooting you on, and you are always welcome here at Dolphins Talk.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, and
You're
thank you for
welcome.
your time and all that as well.
Absolutely. And everyone, make sure that you hit the like button, subscribe to Dolphins Talk channel. Again, we just wrapped up with Storm Duck, who has joined the Dolphins as an undrafted free agent cornerback. So excited to see what he has in store for the Miami Dolphins. I hope everybody has a great rest of their weekend, and fins up.